Hi, welcome to Not Taking Orders. We're here at ToutSuite headquarters. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you who are tuning in, thank you so much. Well, it's every other Monday. I'm here with two beautiful co-hosts today. I have with me Miss Christina Mackhammer, also known as C-Mac.
It's also Machammer. The H is silent. That's okay.
I like Mackhammer.
We can also call it the hammer,
I really
right?
like
And Miss Susan Quinn, ToutSuite extraordinaire.
Thank you for having me.
Well, of course.
I love that we're wearing complimentary fall colors.
I know. It is fall. Since our last show, it was summer last time. Were you guys a part of the torrential hailstorm in Napa?
Yes, actually, I was en route to check out the ToutSuite sake special at the brand new Morimoto Sake bar.
Mm-hmm.
So while I was en route, it went from rain to clink, 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 large chunks of hail ricocheting off the car.
That's crazy. It's not supposed to happen this time of
No,
year.
especially during harvest.
It doesn't even happen in the winter like that. That was bad. Our yard had 2 inches of hail for almost 24 hours.
Was that 2 inches hard or 2 inches flaccid?
Yeah, there's a difference.
I didn't touch it, so.
And I'm sure it melted away. But it did make a very white September, which was kind of surreal here in Napa when we're focusing on these beautiful autumn colors. We're seeing the greens, the purples, the gold. And then you see white, which is kind of a phenomenon. I've never seen it here in Napa.
And did you see the shoes I was wearing that night?
I did. I'm amazed that Susan
4-inch
didn't.
strappy.
Are they the same shoes you're wearing now?
Hot pink suede shoes.
Which are those shoes that you definitely wear for a great night out and about on the town. But Susan,
not during a hailstorm.
Were you working?
I was working.
So you're wearing 4-inch suede heels while working. You've got some cojones, so to speak.
A lot of people wear 4-inch suede heels while working, honey.
I believe that, but usually we're not talking about the boulevard.
So let's say cheers, and then while you're drinking that, I'm going to take a moment to ask you some questions.
Ooh, are
they going to be
nervous?
In person?
No.
Oh, they're not going to be interesting.
Well, it depends on your answer, I guess. So you two just returned from Vegas.
We did indeed.
We did.
And that's my question.
Well, the answer, Susan, is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
That's a promotional technique.
I don't have a lot to say because I don't really remember a lot.
Convenient.
No, so Vegas was amazing. We had so much fun. Jay got to the airport like 5 hours early, so we were able to upgrade to first class, which is great because the drinks are free. There was a very loud and rowdy girl in first class, and I thought that the plane was going to get like derouted to somewhere else that would suck. Like, what's between here and Vegas? Suck. So
Reno?
Well, that could be fun.
Which airline were you on?
We flew out on United.
And back on Southwest.
Which was such two different experiences. And if you're going to travel, for those people who've flown both, you guys know about those very two different experiences that we had.
Yeah, I was a bad person, so we flew out on first class, right? And then we never had time or remembrance to check in for our flight on Southwest.
Oh, that.
So I get on the flight, and Jay, had a middle seat in the front, right? And Kristen, who's not here with us tonight, was way in the back. And
we miss you.
Hi, Kristen.
I was the worst person. I was the worst person. So I was like C-47 or something. So there was nobody else to board after me. And they're like, okay, so there are 3 seats left, middle seats, here, and here in the back.
God.
And you have to smell the bathroom.
Terrible.
So I was like, okay, 3 seats. I'm afraid of flying. I can't do it. I have to say this to my friend. He was to keep me company.
And you guys might think she was exaggerating. This is literally what she did.
There was a great flight attendant who then made somebody else who probably was like A15 get out of her seat so that I could sit with my friends. And then I went to sleep and they got free drinks because they were keeping me company and under control. So it was a special experience.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm happy to act a fool.
So what's trending today? I actually read something. The producer or one of the editors, writers of Modern Family live tweeted from a plane a horrifying experience on a plane with a woman who was so drunk. Did you see this?
I did, and she actually was tweeting her at hashtag worst flyer ever. And I literally have a tip of the hat to you, my dear.
I know.
That was not me, just to clarify.
It sounds like it happens to everyone every day.
Not me.
Yeah,
no,
very similar.
This woman might have consumed a little too much, and then she might have proceeded to start making a lot of racial slurs, and then proceeded to continue to drink. And I did love the documentation because there were 64 tweets in between this flight from start to finish. And the last tweet involved showing her going away in handcuffs. which I really had to say was just the icing on the cake.
But what I have to say is good for you to be on a flight where you have Wi-Fi and you can actually tweet and live in a real world. That's great.
I'm right there with you. With
I
technology being the way it
know.
is, I was amazed that we didn't have access to such amenities.
True.
But certain airlines offer different experiences.
And we had very different experiences. So then we came back and we got back into work and it's harvest. And I just want to talk about my week because it's been a really long week for me.
You had you just opened the new winery.
Just opened a new winery.
Then you were chef for a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Which you can do that.
Yeah, our chef. So I am not the chef at the winery. Our chef left.
That's
so I just stepped into his shoes. Yeah. So that was
And then this past weekend, what is it like to do a pop-up at the CIA, which is the Culinary Institute of America, for those of you?
I love to cook, but I am so glad I was not in Christina's shoes in that moment.
You didn't want to be. So we went to the Culinary Institute out here in Greystone in St. Helena. They only have 3 start times for their classes per year. So compared to where I went in New York, real Culinary Institute, we start every 3 weeks. So the restaurant.
So the St. Helena one is. I know I've heard
we
that
beat
before.
Right, because Hyde Park is real. There's 2,500 of us, and there's 250 here, so we'll win. So they asked us from Beach Sellers to come in and run this pop-up restaurant, and I've never done a pop-up before, and I learned so much about the do's and the don'ts of pop-up restaurants.
So what exactly is a pop-up restaurant for those of our viewers out there who haven't experienced?
Well, so pop-up restaurants are really big. That's where you show up and you just drop food on a table and it's not even your restaurant. You just show up for 3 days and cook something. And it was very stressful.
So can anyone go out and just open a pop-up restaurant, or do you need some kind of following? Or
No, anyone can go and do it, but not anybody can go and do it well. There's a difference.
Oh.
But I just want to say one big don't of pop-up restaurants, right? So if you're only going to run a restaurant for 3 days, don't be the last table. On the last day, there's nothing left.
Oh, don't be the last customer.
No, don't. It was insane. It was the best workout I've ever had. We did 5 appetizers, 5 entrees. We only did 3 desserts because our wines don't really go with that. And I did all but 4 of the things on the menu.
Well, I will always take savory over sweet. Susan knows this. C-Mac knows this. I love to finish off, of course, with any meal with the cheese pairing. Any kind of savory dessert is always in my book. So I would much rather have multiple delicious appetizers, entrees, and then if we skimp on dessert, not missing a lot.
It was fun.
What are the benefits to someone who is interested in going to a pop-up restaurant anywhere in America? They're doing them in major city centers from time to time, but so don't be the last table.
Don't be the last table.
What are the fun stories you have? Were people completely blown away?
I mean, pop-up restaurants are interesting because you have to step in someone else's world and make it your own. And I cook at a level here. My chef cooks at a level here. And, the Culinary Institute, they're a school, so they're not quite there yet, and so we just we blew their mind a little bit. There were a lot of really good one-liners,
especially
a lot of real 4-letter words that we can't necessarily repeat here. But we just changed things.
Did you have students who get to come in? Did they get to enjoy?
No, I didn't have any students that came in, which is probably a good thing because the number one thing that they don't do at culinary school today is yell at you the way that I'm going to get in your ass when you come and work for me, and you're not prepared. So we just
should we remind people who you are, who you trained with? Gordon Ramsay.
It doesn't matter. If you don't know who it is, Google it. Yeah. It doesn't matter, Gordon Ramsay.
Well, you might know how to yell at people.
I'm a little intense when you're feeding people, right? And I can make you very sick and I can kill you because I don't take care of what I'm doing. So it's a very serious thing. Everything in the kitchen is a weapon, so you have to be really careful. And so we're very hard and we're very intense. I got my chefs a little clock that they could put on their station, and I printed out a label that says, so you can see how slow you are. Move your ass.
So for those of you guys who don't know, we have our very own Hell's Kitchen alumni here.
That's a nice reminder.
Can we not talk about that? Hell's Kitchen was a decade ago. Let's talk about what's trending now. What's going on with Facebook, Jay?
All right.
I don't
on
Facebook.
That same topic. I'm sorry, not all of us have people take care of their own Facebook.
Facebook update.
Jay's Facebook update.
What's going on
there is a major problem right now with a major debacle in the Facebook world with people being cited for not using their real names on Facebook, whether they be drag queens, whether they be performers, burlesque, a variety of different people, I'm sure.
Susan Quinn.
Or just Susan
Simple,
Quinn.
simple girl.
And there's certain people who are using them for a variety of different reasons, whether it be, domestic abuse, whether it be escaping certain relationships, whether it be, a battling in court. There's a lot of things you can't necessarily post on Facebook, but you're looking for support from family and friends. So using an alternative name is a perfect opportunity for you to receive that. So Facebook has decided that if you're no longer using your birth name, so to speak, they like to use their real name.
Social security card name.
That they are going to come and shut down your account and not give you access to any of your friends, family, anyone any longer until you contact them with verified name to change it to. So
how do you verify your name?
You have to make a copy of your driver's license or passport along with one credit card. Which still makes me nervous that Facebook should have access to my credit card number.
Right, yeah.
You could black it out, maybe.
Yeah, but look at all the people that use fake names. Marilyn Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
Janet Jameson. Anna Nicole.
Lots of people.
Courtney Act. Hey girl, I'm going to be you for Halloween. That's next. There's so many different reasons. Everybody calls me C-Mac. That's my nickname, so you're going to kick me off of Facebook because it's not Christina Marie McNamara. That's just ridiculous.
So for those of people who are angry or don't want someone stepping in, on October 2nd, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be a march on City Hall in San Francisco.
Oh,
and there's going to be... I'm sorry. But we can make a journey. So people will be raising a protest. Sisters, performers, drag queens, you name it. People who don't personally feel comfortable or for many reasons aren't using their real name on Facebook, that could be your name. And that could be you next. So if you are using a fake name out there, you might go, oh, it's fine, they're not going to track me down. They very may well. So right now is your opportunity to stand up for something you believe in. So
you can go to Mr. Zuckerberg's house? What date is that? It's
not. It's going to be at the courthouse.
Oh.
I don't believe Facebook will let you anywhere near their premise, probably, with the amount of people who will be showing up. So it should be a very interesting scenario. We will check back in on the same topic, I think in 2 weeks, post-protest. But on that same topic, that remains to be seen, actually.
Oh.
I'm not going to say yes or no, but if you do see me, if I do, I'll make sure to tweet
Are you going to post it on your Facebook page?
So, may or may not. We'll see if Mark Zuckerberg approves. On that same topic, though, of protest, I am a big advocate of Halloween. And I've protested quite a few really bad costumes throughout the years. There's been a lot of indecision and a lot of they're hot topics at the time. It's like, that is just
trashy
costume. So I want to know from you two, what have been your pros, your favorite costumes you worn throughout the ages, or the worst? Because now is that time. We're in that brink.
Yes.
We have 4 weeks
You have to be
Halloween.
prepared. October starts tomorrow. Halloween is coming.
Well, when I was 4, my mom used to make all my Halloween costumes when I was little. She made me the best Halloween costumes ever. I think I was about 4, and I was born in the 60s, so take that into consideration. I Dream of Jeannie, and then I Dream of Jeannie again when I was 35.
I'm guessing you wore a separate costume.
I loved it both times.
Did you wear if you wore the same one, that would be amazing.
No, I purchased the one when I was 35, but I had three little kids, and they were dressed up like the Wizard of Oz. And maybe that year was different. Anyway,
Why? We won't know.
I love that costume.
What's been your least favorite costume you've seen or worn?
My least favorite I've seen.
Look at that face alone right now. I'm very excited to hear this answer.
I have to think about it.
Oh, okay.
But my least favorite, I don't know. I don't always dress up, so I'm probably a bad person.
Wow. That's the worst costume ever. Not even trying.
Yeah.
Well, actually, one of my personal favorites was this past year. I had the ability to go out. And for once, I actually got to take my better half out because usually Halloween falls on the school night, so it's really difficult for us to collaborate. I am married to a school teacher. And I was able to attend a ball with Prince Charming with me dressed as Cinderella. And let me tell you, trying to travel in a hoop skirt with a full
yeah,
dress
this
that
work.
literally heads out about 7 feet.
So you
It's
didn't have
a
pumpkin
tactical
car.
issue, so to
You had
speak.
a real car,
Yeah.
not a pumpkin.
What was that?
The pumpkin was probably out of like a
The
store.
pumpkin
Let's
would have
just
worked
say-
better
You
because
could
it's
put
round.
your thing.
Like
Pumpkin,
toast.
yes. The pumpkin would have worked much better with the hips and
Yeah.
span I was dealing
No.
with. But we made it work. I did make it to a Halloween party, only to come in second, but that's neither here nor there. I lost to the sister wives, who all proceeded to vote for themselves, and there's 7 of them.
Yeah.
Or there's
they're
like
gonna
a
win.
whole, so I got to say, at the
There's
end
a
of the
whole
night,
harem.
That's
they,
pretty cool. Sister Wives is a good.
you want to know what? They had to look at their photos for next year of them in those terrible costumes, and I got to realize how pretty I looked.
Yeah.
So I think I was
Aw.
a winning situation all right
That's
around.
amazing.
But what has been your favorite?
Oh,
costume
me
you've got?
personally, my favorite costume was Jem of Jem and the Holograms, which will probably
Ooh.
date me. I was wearing somebody else's hair.
Vintage classic.
And I will tell you, so some do's and don'ts of Halloween costumes. Do not use long-last lip liner to make a pink star on your face, because it's still going to be there in the morning, honey. My favorite costume I saw of last year had to be Honey Boo Boo's family dressing up as the Kardashians.
Oh, I saw that.
How amazing is that?
That
And you know
is
what? They look
great.
exactly alike, which is incredible.
Who knew they were so intelligent?
I know.
That's
they're
pretty
way
witty.
more fun than the
That's witty.
Kardashians. First of all, so they win. Second of all, there's cheese balls and pork rinds involved, so a win again. And the satire is amazing. This year, I have to put a lot more work into it, and I don't know what I'm going to do. What's trending right now is the cast of Frozen. And I have seen some like women's costumes to dress up as Frosty, the little snowman guy, and it's like a bathing suit with a corn thing and some like high boots. And I'm not in LA anymore. LA, by the way, I didn't know this when I lived there. In LA, Halloween is about accessorizing your underwear, and that is a costume. I didn't know that. I was supposed to wear my underwear.
Darling.
So I went as the Morton Salt girl, and I had a raincoat and boots and an umbrella, so I was a little overdressed.
Which is a darling
For
costume.
Sunset Boulevard?
I was the Gorton's fisherman.
Ooh.
I
I've wanted a
I have
brawny
a really
man
cool
myself.
rain hat.
Everybody needs a
See,
And so I made my costume about my cool rain hat.
I want to know what? There's a lot of ways to sexy that up. My personal, the game here is coming out is the Morton Salt girl with the unveiled. So we
that's
just full on
cute.
take it off, and you're wearing black and gold negligee.
Yeah,
maybe
if
with a
I
little
were
bit
wearing
of pleather
negligee
reached
under
in.
there, that would have been great.
You know,
And then
'cause
you
then
have
you
to
could
have
do
a lot
the
of
flash.
glitter.
I could have even like sprayed it and like dipped it in some more, but I didn't.
And
My
same
costume
way
was
for
not
you.
as
If it's all about the hat, why
Yeah.
not just do some like beautiful camo corset, and we could just do some leggings
Well,
and
one
some
thing I love
thigh-high
about
boots, and you're good to
Halloween
go.
in Napa Valley, at that
Mhm.
time I was living in St. Helena, and I found out why you dress up in St. Helena as an adult. Because you can walk around with your children, and they trick-or-treat for candy, but you just bring your wine glass, and they fill it up at every...
Stop by
That's
stop.
probably a Napa Valley thing.
That's a St. Helena thing.
In Missouri, you can't do that. So the way
No.
that you trick or treat as an adult in Missouri is you have a
Flat.
Starbucks cup.
Oh.
You put your wine in your Starbucks cup.
But the people were giving out wine at every house. To all of
That
us.
you want to know what?
I want to know, can we go
That
trick or
was-
treating in
that
St.
was
Helena this
amazing.
year?
This reminds me of
Oh.
why I don't think trick or treaters. We're not a huge fan of children at our house, but I'm married to a school teacher, so we give away very good candy.
Wait, did I say St.
But-
Helena? No, I meant a different town, because in case the police watch this.
Yes. But parents, on the other hand, they kept staring at. Maybe they were waiting for me to pull out the bottle of wine and be like, "Oh, congratulations!" For me, I'm like, "Can you take your children to the next house, please?"
Am I?
Goodbye, and I said good night.
Am I too old to trick or treat now? Like, what is too old to trick or treat?
That's a
Yes.
good question.
Yes, you are.
It depends on what we turn you into.
But I'm really short. Like, what if I didn't wear my shoes?
If you...
Could I like pass? What if I could put a mask on?
If we re-pull that,
You pass as a kid? I know. I could bring my pillow sack. I'll get all
You
the
have to
candy.
bring a pillow sack, and you have to have
I'll
like
share
a
with you guys.
store-bought costume or something. You can't just show up in your normal clothes.
So
Some teenagers do
I
that late
guarantee
at
you,
night.
if we
That's
put
not
her in
cool.
that Morton Salt costume with a negligee
With a
underneath,
group of people
I
also
guarantee
in
you,
I will get more than just
every
candy.
parent, most of the male parents out there would be very happy to donate a trick to you, or a treat,
Or a treat.
or a little bit of both.
No, a little bit of both. No, it was fun. I love Halloween. I'm so excited. There's so many fun things going on for fall.
There it is. It's a beautiful time of year. You want to know what? I know it was fall the other day when I went to Pete's Coffee. Shout out to Pete's, I love you. And I was able to get a pumpkin latte.
Spice latte? Yes, I had one of those this morning. Pumpkin spice lattes rule my world.
They are delicious.
My family is, by the way, so about pumpkins. My family is obsessed with pumpkins. So every year for Halloween, we make like a 10-course dinner all of pumpkin. And you have to be creative because you're like 10 courses. And I'm like kind of sick of pumpkin. So you can like braise short ribs in pumpkin beer.
The pumpkin-based pasta, ravioli.
Oh, yeah, we can use brown butter and sage.
Yeah.
No one's ever seen that before.
So you guys out there, if you guys have any favorite pumpkin recipes, please send them our way.
Wait, how do they send them our way?
info@ToutSuite.com.
Contact.
But both of them work, actually.
Oh, well, great.
It's one of those, like, old school, email addresses.
We'll take them. And you want to know what? If they look good, we will be more than happy to make them. We might be able to get one of these two beautiful chefs here to make them.
Maybe you should shout out your blog.
Oh, well,
I didn't know this about Jay.
You're a blogger?
He is a food blogger. Big time.
How are you a food blogger?
Well,
You
in
have
the
to see
meantime,
this.
when I
It's
actually have
very
a little
impressive.
bit of free time, I do enjoy blogging about recipes that I've tried out, recipes that worked well for me. Most of my wineries are based around wine, so if you happen to like food and wine, go check it out.
He does wine pairings with his original recipes that he makes and takes photos of, and he creates. I was really blown away that that's not why you're famous.
Oh.
I'm blown away that you have time.
Well, thank you.
You're going to have to teach me how to make
There's 24 usable hours in every day. That's what my mom always
Can you write me a recipe for how to make thyme?
That's actually great. I'll do my best. Because when it comes down to it, I guarantee you can cut some. Well,
you grow it in the.
That's why I have time. Is I don't grow anything myself. I go to the farmer's market. Unlike certain other members of our cast here.
What's the name of your blog?
If we go to www.fiercefabulous.com.
Fierce?
You love alliteration.
Fierce,
fabulous foods, and party.
Foods.
And
Fierce Fabulous Foods.
Our tagline is kind of fabulous foods for every fiesta. I mean,
yeah, you love alliteration.
We like to party. What
I've
can
been
I
to your
say?
house. You totally know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So do you guys? So if you have party, right, and Fierce Fabulous Foods and Fierce Fabulous Foods fiercely feasting on fabulousness. So what are do you have fall traditions that you do around harvest time?
I do have some fall traditions. As far as good luck, we dump a bottle of sparkling wine into our first bucket of grapes that always comes in. In my house.
And that was like 3 months ago.
I know. Well, harvest came early this time of year.
And
this year has actually been a lot of fun because it's the beginning of, I think, new traditions. Me and my partner are coming up on 9 years of being together.
Oh my God!
Congratulations!
So we will actually be hosting our very first family Thanksgiving, which makes me a little nervous.
Oh, you're hosting a family Thanksgiving? This is ruining all of my plans.
You want to know what? You are more than welcome to come. The more
no,
the merrier.
I was going to tell you later that we had a great spot for Thanksgiving.
Oh.
It involved a pool and a bocce court.
Well, who says I can't do both? There's a reason they do call me party.
I know.
If you can pre-plan your ingredients and pre-plan your course menu, you're good to go. I would love that, actually.
Thanksgiving is my favorite food day.
What's your favorite food of Thanksgiving?
Well,
and don't say pumpkin pie. We've already talked enough about the damn pumpkin.
No, it's not pumpkin pie. I don't do a lot of pumpkin. I do the traditional, but a little bit updated. So the turkey, of course, the gravy, the cranberry sauce, like those things go together. And I use the most butter you can even imagine in my stuffing, which is just bread that I've collected from Bouchon and other places, and I chop it up and freeze it in the.
So you make a turkey. You make a traditional turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was there a secret ingredient
to your
turkey?
I make turkey more than once a year, actually, because I love roasting turkey.
Well, Canadian Thanksgiving is coming up like next week.
Define Canadian Thanksgiving.
I don't know. They have a different calendar up there, and they have Thanksgiving earlier than we do.
We need a Canadian to log in and tell us.
My big tradition on Thanksgiving has generally been, like, when I'm cooking is duck. But I love duck. The meatiness, the fattiness.
Or just duck?
Just straight up duck. But I can do some confit. We'll roast a whole duck, actually. If you check out my blog, fiercefoods.com, you'll find a great recipe.
Shameless, go. Hold on.
A roasted duck.
What's your blog? I didn't hear
or
it.
a roasted duck with Pinot Noir and plum compote. And it's super easy. It's something anybody can do at home.
That's why you're not invited by Thanksgiving.
A lot of people are so intimidated by duck. It's a very easy game to work with, but people automatically assume, like, turkey's so much easier. Turkey's so much more time consuming.
Because they think it's going to be dry because they take the skin off because they're trying to be healthy, and the skin is what makes it. And no, Not good.
Skin on.
You know, actually,
Leave the skin on. Don't
Skin.
don't trim your
Skin
steak.
equals flavor.
oh, don't
Yes.
look at that. I burned myself so many times.
They just got back
It's
from
gross.
Vegas.
Like that
I think.
one and that one.
We
and that
might have had a
one.
few
I think they're
intimate
made-
moments while in
I
Las
think I saw
Vegas.
That's not
Just a
true.
few.
You did get to see me naked, but not because you wanted to. Totally 'cause we had
Whether
the
I
same
wanted to or not, it was coming.
Yeah, whoa.
On the topic of holiday traditions, while it's on it, let's bring over one of our audience members here
Look over
today.
it.
Come on over, my dear.
Yay, Kristen. Not our
Who
Wow.
dressed
Yeah.
in the spirit of Christmas.
Yes.
She came prepared with the holiday spirit.
I love it.
So, do you have any holiday traditions or any favorite holiday foods?
Where am I supposed to look? You guys are...
You can look anywhere you
Okay.
want to.
So holiday foods, it's all about the gravy and the roux that you're gonna make, right? So it's all
Did
about.
you say it's the roux or la roux?
The roux.
Oh, the roux.
Sorry,
the
whenever
roux.
you're la roux, it makes
The
me think of the
roux.
classic 80s band. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
La roux. So actually, this is the roux. So the roux is like the magic in the gravy, and
I
any
do
good
that.
chef knows that. And then the fresh
Well,
ingredients.
I think let's talk
Right?
about
She
let's
looked at
talk
me when
about
she
the
was saying that,
roux.
just so you know.
You learned
Because-
something new.
To me, the roux is the way that you get the flour, if you have a thickening agent like that,
Yes.
Or
to not be
cornstarch.
clumpy. So you don't need the little shaking thing that you put,
But you don't have to
There's
use
all
a roux.
kinds
I
of
guess
gadgets.
Sifter.
it's all
Sifter.
about the
Gas-
starch
no,
and the
no,
fat, right?
There's a little cup, and you're supposed to put like some of your sauce in it, and you shake it.
No, you don't
Oh.
do
And,
that.
and,
No,
and
that's
with the
weird.
make a roux with butter.
No, take the fat out of the turkey roasting pan.
Take
Turkey's
the fat and the butter.
Yeah.
And
Oh
you,
yeah.
you
The
just,
juices.
You just
Oh my God.
let
I'm
the
excited.
You guys put
flour
your.
cook with it and whisk it, right? And then you add your.
Well, you guys are gonna have to sign up for a class if you want to
yeah.
get the details.
But then
But-
you won't have any clumps.
But it's about like, do you put your stuffing in the turkey or do
Yeah.
you cook it on top
I
of the
do not.
stove?
No, you put it in there. You cram it in there like as hard as you
I
can.
bake it.
Okay.
I
You
roast it in
Oh.
a big roasting
Do you
pan.
use your own bread? Do you cut up
I
chunks
use bread
of
I've
your...
Use
collected over the month,
Okay.
and I freeze them in chunks, all like
Awesome.
rye
That's
bread
the
and
best.
bouchon, baguette, and all the little pieces, like the ends
Oh my
and things
God.
from after parties.
Yeah.
And then, so it's extremely
Mm.
stale, which it needs to be stale.
And
I
it's
use
perfect.
Wonder Bread. Okay,
perfect.
because that's
Oh,
real.
well, she,
So something you guys might not know about our beautiful co-host here is she is such a planner. She takes a lot of time to do a variety of different things. But one of her hobbies between you and DDA is you guys have all kinds of fun
He
things
does.
in.
he makes pâtés, and we
Oh,
raise
yeah.
rabbits.
So you can
And
just
so
pull this stuff out
you
on
really
occasion.
can
So
raise rabbits?
Oh yeah,
I want one.
I need to bring the rabbits here next time. We have two of the most. They were
Can we-
they were earthquake rabbits. They were born on the ones we have now. We have 5.
Did you
They
shake
were born
'em
on the
out?
day of the
You
earthquake.
raise them
Oh,
for food?
just
Oh,
ship 'em
they're
out?
earthquake bunnies.
Oh, God.
And
That's so
we
sweet.
killed them together, and we
Blah.
stripped them off
All
as
right,
a tug
don't
of
call
war.
Tita.
Every night on
And-
the full moon at Susan's house.
Yeah, it's
I
usually a
actually-
Sunday morning.
I just had Hoffenpfeffer
Yeah.
for the first time. They were bunnies raised for the 4-H. It was so cool, but I will tell you, I was expecting it to taste like chicken, and it did not taste like
It's
chicken.
good.
It was
But
your
it
very
was
first time having
delicious.
rabbit?
Yes, my
No.
very
No,
first
there's
time
definitely
this
a
year.
different flavor to rabbit.
Oh,
We
my
had
God.
rabbit last night for
That's
dinner.
awesome.
Love it.
Thanks for the invite.
I know,
Well,
really.
it was last minute.
Of course it is.
Next time.
But it does take a fair amount of planning. I mean, and that is a hobby in itself. I'm always so impressed by people who go around and have all this like kind of pre-homemade, this amazing like lush things in jars. So I'm going through and looking, I'm like, what is that? That's just pate lying around. It's like, can I take some home?
Oh yeah, he makes
Yeah.
it by. I mean, we have 28 jars of pate in
So,
the wine cellar.
By the way, we would be referring to our
Amazing.
wonderful producer here in house, DDA, without of which
DD is
we would
on
not
his
be here
phone
tonight.
on Facebook.
Thank you.
Can you see that?
Thank you.
Do you guys see that? That's the phone look that the police are usually
Oh.
getting people for driving and texting.
Luckily here in the two
Now he's
studios.
back. He's switching the cameras again. Thank
So
you.
let's look at. It's going to be fall. We all have things that we want to do, and it's such a magical time because it's right before the holidays. And this is the time that I think everybody kind of like plans, and I'm going to decorate this, and I'm going to buy that, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this year. So fall holiday bucket list Susan Quinn go? One thing.
Food. Just food.
So you're going to eat.
You're going to eat.
Good.
Baking more bread. I bake bread in the cast iron pot thing because you can't do it in the summer because it's too hot. So more bread, more dinner parties, candles.
You have my number.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna.
You have my number too now.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
We love dinner parties. One year, my New Year's resolution was more dinner parties because I think that is something that America needs to do more of.
What about a progressive dinner party? That would be fun and interactive.
Sounds like
Is that part of your bucket list, Kristen?
That's part of my bucket list.
All right.
Anything else on your fall holiday bucket list?
A couple things. Clothes. I love fall clothes. And I want to put up some lights because it wards off evil spirits, or at least it used
like
to.
Christmas lights, or
any kind of lights. They could be Halloween lights. They could be Christmas lights. They could be like, just party lights.
I appreciate
that.
They could be like
that you're going to put them up, not just turn them on from the year before. That you leave them up all year. That's a holiday down.
No, definitely. We only put the lights up during festivities because it's cool.
It is
Jay,
cool.
bucket list?
I like that.
My bucket list this year is definitely to make it to a good old-fashioned corn maze. There's nothing like going out there and getting lost and somewhat feeling like you're 9-10 years old all over again. It kind of brings out your inner kid, so
Do we have to call you like a biblical name, like Jebediah or something?
Oh,
you can call me
James David.
Oh, okay.
More like Deliverance.
That was
no. And my other new holiday tradition is I love to host an annual pumpkin carving expo.
That is so much
My
fun.
pumpkin carving skills are not necessarily the best, but I'm always curious to see what other creativity comes into it.
Mine are. When is your pumpkin carving contest? I love things like that.
We are going to, of course you do. We'll have to announce that on ToutSuite, and I would love to see what recommendations you guys have. You at home, our followers and watchers, what is your favorite thing to see in a pumpkin form?
How many pumpkins were carved on this table? This is my kitchen table.
Wow.
Cool.
This is where women start companies, is on the kitchen table.
And this is where Susan lost her first finger. And
No, it's from like a barn.
Hold on.
What?
This is beautiful.
No.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but my children have carved pumpkins on this table for their whole lives. So let's carve pumpkins right here.
Are you a traditional pumpkin carver, or because I like to do like Van Gogh Starry Night.
I
go like this on my pumpkin.
Exactly. What you need is Safeway. The regular grocery store. They sell those little kits. If you get there early, you can get the little knives that they cut really well. The little serrated, tiny
those
little
are great.
things. They work better than any knife, and you have precision, so you can make all those beautiful things. So you have to have some of those. But let's do some pumpkin carving right here on the table.
We should have a contest. I love contests.
Yeah, I am traditional, and I also like to do the fun stuff too. The crazy what?
I'm sorry. I just have to blurt this out.
Yeah, we interrupted.
Did you hear about that Halloween party?
Oh no.
You're
talking about Monster Ball.
Monsters Ball.
Is that here?
It's here. It's in
Where
Napa.
is
It's on the 31st, and it's at Copia, and it's gonna be amazing.
I haven't heard about this. I want to go.
The location formerly known as Copia, which is 500 First Street now, which everyone calls Copia.
Yeah, and it's like this amazing center, and behind it they have, what do they call that, where the lawn goes down, and it's an amphitheater.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, so I would love to see more bands playing out there, because that's something we have not seen in a while.
So where can people get tickets?
I think it's
just
under
Google
Monsters Ball Napa. Yeah.
Is there booth there?
They have wonderful
food,
events there.
alcohol,
Can you bring
music.
kids or no?
Oh, this is definitely an adult evening.
Fantastic.
But
Yes.
So it's so funny as I was getting to hear about this, and I love a good venue and a great show here in Napa Valley, especially as we just celebrated Napa Valley Rocks yesterday. Mikey Ferranti of Spearhead came out to raise money for our earthquake fund here in Napa, which is definitely much needed. because the total damage has been estimated about $4.3 billion so far. But we're not going to focus on
But
that.
no, and it keeps getting bigger because what people don't get is that when you have an earthquake, everything settles afterwards. So the initial assessment gets bigger and bigger. So things are falling and breaking, and so we are going to have to continue this
And
effort.
I'll tell you what, we didn't
you know,
even
lift
put our
people
money
up.
in there. Like, it wasn't a lot, but, you know, a lot of people aren't even claiming what they've lost.
Well, no,
Right.
but people, this community in Napa is amazing. Not only is Napa Valley like a world-class destination, but people are coming out of their homes, and the people that can go next door to help their neighbors, that's what they're doing. That's how this community operates, and that's why we will continue to thrive and move past this.
And that's why events like coming up on Halloween are such a big deal, focusing on not just on the damage that's been done, but on the future, and realizing that arts and music are really important in our community.
Well, we're back for everyone to come and visit us.
Biggest
We
little
are.
city in wine
Keep on
country.
drinking your Napa wine.
Yes.
And
Or your
water,
grapefruit
drink-
juice.
That
Just
will
as
help
much
support.
water
If
as
you drink
wine.
Napa wine, that's your way of supporting. I can't think of a better way to support the
So
Napa Valley.
drink
disaster.
Napa.
right.
Hashtag Napa Strong.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Cheers.
Thank you for-
Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you guys all for tuning in
Cheers.
to another episode of Not Taking Orders. Come back with us in 2 weeks as we'll have a variety of new topics. Don't be surprised if there's not some pumpkins on the table. And in the meantime, send us your pumpkin recipes, people, please. What would you like to see Miss C-Mac and Susan Quinn make?
Or
Do
where?
And where will they be sharing it?
Can we bring our own aprons?
Yes,
Awesome. Okay.
of course.
So, till next time, everyone. Sayush.
Cheers.
Good night.
Yay.
Cheers.
That was fun.